What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Throw Show. And we are here with a huge, long, impressive, exciting episode. Trevor is going to clarify the purpose of this episode.
So we are going to go over the top 10 moments of 2021, and I guess we should clarify the beginning because obviously this is a very controversial topic list because there are a million different amazing moments
in 21
and heated
off-camera discussions
were made prior to this video.
I didn't realize that after 2020 was essentially canceled due to COVID, it's amazing what that created in 21. Like the amount of results. I know every year there's great results, there's great moments, but like looking at them, like this is a crazy year.
Yeah.
So, and I've got an argument for the number 9 spot again, by the way, which I want to get into with something that you brought up. I'm a little pissed.
we didn't do number 10 yet, though. We got to do number 10 first.
Coming in at number 10, Neeraj Chopra dropping that big bomb, winning India their first Olympic medal ever in track and field, in athletics. This was absolutely, sort of coming out of nowhere. I think he did win Junior Worlds possibly, if I remember. So let's just check this out. What was it, 86, 87, I think he ended up throwing. And he had a couple of really, solid throws. Yeah, I think this is 87. And he's young, too. I think he's 22 or 23. Mm-hmm. Winning, one at the biggest stage. And I will give Jason credit on this. He pointed out that this was similar to Jason's our off-camera
producer.
Fighter. And Jason pointed out it almost, or he said comparable to Walcott winning in 2012. I don't think it's comparable because the country size. India's huge. Trinidad and Tobago is not huge. It's extremely small. But coming out of nowhere, I do agree with that. I also love that he hit that right. He knew that was going there. Yeah. So that's coming in number 10. Heading into number 9. This was a much debated throw. Hey, is this my footage actually?
No.
Oh, damn it.
You put those graphics on?
So we've got Rudy Winkler. Great musical taste from Rudy, great technique, all around just a real good guy. Great response. Oh, that's classic. What was it? It was 82-40?
271-4.
Yeah, I don't know what that is in
82-72.
82-72 was the metric throw. That's a rip, that's a bomb. I do want to reiterate, I didn't like at first how they had the hammer set up in Eugene, but now looking at it afterwards, I do really like the whole scenario and like watching over top of each other.
Yeah. So
I think I want to bring up my debate here. So Rudy broke the American record. He broke the American record. Throws 82 plus, wins the Olympic trials. I think he did win it in 2016 as well. He's probably my favorite hammer thrower of all time. I really, really like him, have a good relationship with him, but I still think the Norwegian should be at number 9.
The Norwegian?
Yeah. Dude, he broke his country's national record. He's old. Like, Rudy's going to have, 5 more of these moments of craziness.
Yeah.
This dude's been just chipping away for a decade, the Norwegian guy. Chipping away, and he had a great appearance in 2019. I think he got 4th at Worlds in 2019, and he just kept coming and kept coming. breaks the Norwegian record and gets second at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Why isn't he number 9?
I brought that up before, and I agree. And it's like comparing. It's comparing. What do you put higher on the pedestal? Is it performance at the Olympics, or is it like? I mean, but he still broke the national record.
Yeah.
And he still, so I might agree with you.
No offense to Rudy for his amazing throw. So heading into number 8/7, if we put the Norwegian throw in there, we've got Valerie Adams winning her fourth Olympic medal at her 5th Olympic Games. Getting a bronze after having 1 or 2 years off, I think. Maybe it was 2 years off. And just coming out and she could have still come out and popped one off and actually qualified. So I think Valerie, to me, solidifying that she's probably the greatest shot putter of all time as far as like total domination currently.
I think she's the best thrower of all time.
Probably, yeah. Maybe I'll order right now. Might ever be with overall.
Did he have 4 golds?
Yeah, and he had 4 golds. The only thing is they didn't have world champs until the end of his career. But that's the whole thing that's up for discussion now. Is that
the best female thrower?
Yeah, she's easily the best. I would say definitely the best female thrower of all time. Probably the best shot putter of all time. I think Krauser might have something to say about that in the next couple of years, obviously. But coming out, I think she's 36 or 37. She's not much younger than I am. She actually might be my age. God, I'm so pathetic. And just performing.
So pathetic, getting old.
Yeah, and just competing at that level after she has her second or third child. Like I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
An incredible achievement, and just shows what, just staying on that path and just keep chipping away over and over and over again, like what you can do. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's exciting. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah. Okay,
so coming in at number
7.
7, yeah, I think this is huge. So Raven Saunders coming out, gets silver.
Right, but this
is Gong actually.
Right, Raven Saunders in this video, and she performed very well, but number 7 is still Gong.
Okay. So I was gonna lump them together.
Oh, okay.
But let's just go with
It's
Gong.
still a moment.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a moment,
yeah.
and this is a moment. It's not just an athlete. That's right.
So Gong goes out, won the world title in 19, and I'm fairly certain is she the second Chinese woman to win the Olympics in a throw? I feel like they had a discus thrower, but I don't know if she actually won way back. I think one of the world records in a distance event is a Chinese, but especially for the women, they're not like notoriously strong on the track. So her coming out going 20:53, winning the Olympic title, absolutely phenomenal. Essentially repeating what she did do, what she did in Doha. The whole event was awesome, and I love seeing Raven perform and compete the way that she did, and dancing the way she did too. That was awesome. So
way to bring energy to
exactly. Yeah,
especially I don't know, just like
being an entertainer.
Yeah, that's what that's what I don't know. I think that it just makes everything just more fun to be around. Like shot put, can only be so exciting, and you have to, the more energy you put into it, just the better it gets.
Yeah, and the more people want to talk about it, the better it's going to be. So, Li Xiaogong winning the Olympics comes in at 7. Now we're heading into
6th.
Number 6 on the 6th spot.
This is a duo.
Yeah, so this number 6 spot is a duo. I'm proud to admit that I got to witness it 7 rows back. Daniel Stahl and Simon Peterson winning the Olympics, going 1-2 in the Olympics. and Stahl just walking out of the circle, coming over to the edge of the track and yelling that he's a Swedish Viking.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
When he said
Yeah, like I was literally, I had just given Veston a hug.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that was like the other cool thing was not only these two guys, but watching Veston. So he had walked, during the 6th round, he had walked up to the top and watched from the top. And after Weisheidinger took his last throw, it was clear like Peterson was the silver medalist. And Weisheidinger throws and clearly is not going where it needed to go to beat Peterson, and Veston screaming like, yes! And I think that's cool. So to see that and to see that emotion from Veston and then from these two guys, to just go out and compete the way they've been trained to do so, it's just a really, really, especially, and again, from a country the size of Sweden. Mm-hmm. They've got a really good system set up. They've trusted in Veston. They've put a lot of money into it, and the results show. And the results are showing in a lot of the other events for the Swedes too. And I think that's where USATF could really try to take a page out of their book and how they're handling it. And even I've talked about this in other reactions actually on Garage Strength's channel, is look at the way the Australians fund their athletes. How can we as a country take that? Like, not going down that rabbit hole, taking attention away from the Swedish Vikings. Daniel Stahl, Simon Peterson, number 6. Number 6 on that top 10 moments list for 2021.
Yeah. So number 5 is Vetter. Oh, we already missed his throw.
Okay, so Vetter comes in at number 5, going 96.29. And I think, I do think he had 3 or 4 throws over 94 here.
I think. Jason, was it 7 meets over 90 meters?
Yep.
7 meets over 90 meters. But we're only talking about moments, Trevor.
That's right.
Not
That's right.
over the whole season. One singular moment, and it can only be referred to as 96.29 for Vetter. So he's about 1.5 meters or 2 meters off of Jan Železny's world record, and I think he's the only other guy to ever throw 96. So huge moment. It's going to be interesting to see how he comes back from the Olympics, and what he sort of does in the coming year in 2022.
Yeah.
So that's number 5. Number 4, we're getting into the nitty gritty. We're going to get so much crap on this list.
I mean, I think that's a given.
Okay. Deanna Price, the second woman to throw over 80 meters, coming in at that number 4 spot, dominating the Olympic trials. And I think she broke her foot on one of these throws. She tripped and fell. So she might have broken her foot and still thrown 80 meters. Or she tripped and fell soon after this. So for her to throw 80 plus, I think Brooke Anderson is gonna start to sneak up there. But this was a huge moment for Women's Hammer to just show that it's not just Anita who's doing it. There's other people who are capable of doing this. So tremendous result from her. Awesome job there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bomb. That was a total bomb. That's so deep. Now leading into the number 3 spot, and I just want to bring up that this was a very debated spot.
What was debated about it?
Okay, so
there were like 2 different debates.
Yeah, there was.
Like,
yeah,
more.
Yeah, there's probably 9. Okay, so my debate was, I felt so Valerie Allman's coming in at number 3. She wins the Olympics by 2 meters. She, and for a moment, to me as a moment too, she also, we've only ever had one other discus thrower from the U.S. that's female that has won the Olympics, and that's Stephanie Brown-Trafton, who threw 64 meters when she won. So a huge accomplishment to go out to throw 68, 69 meters, win by 2 meters, And then also along those lines, comes back and throws 71 later in the year. So I guess the debate was more about, I think it's, as a moment, I think it's more impressive because she's only the second American female to do it. She won by 2 meters.
Well, and this is comparing to her 71 meter throw.
Yeah.
So which is more impressive, the 71 meter throw or winning the Olympics by 2 meters?
My other debate is internally over, I think, almost all of the women discus marks outside of Perkovic are all tainted. So in theory, Allman would be the second.
Got to make a video on this, explaining this further.
Yeah. Allman would be the second best discus thrower of all time, which would also put her in that comparison to Deanna Price. So that's my presentation.
I agree. I think I agree with you. And also, and I don't know what, where was it? What Diamond League did she throw the 71 at?
It was in a stadium. It was I think it was in Switzerland.
But I guess one thing is I don't know how those are run in comparison.
They're not
to
run
the
like,
Olympics.
dude. That's the whole thing.
Right.
You can't go to these comps, and she's throwing in the rain here. Goes 68, 98. You get 2 warm-ups. You have to sit in a holding center. It's not run. It's so hard. It is so hard to do that. So it's like that's where, and she had to beat the 2-time defending Olympic champ, a world champion, a world medalist multiple times from the French woman. Like, just there were so many things stacked against her.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely massive.
Okay, so Trevor, take us into lever 2.
All right, so we got Anita winning her 3rd gold medal, and we weren't quite sure of this. We're thinking she is the first woman in track and field
to win 3 golds.
3 golds in a single individual event.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Out of all track and field.
I don't know about that.
Might have to be fact checked on that, but I think that might be the case.
I feel like there's probably some.
Definitely in throwing though.
In the same individual event.
In the same individual event.
What if somebody won the
Felix
long jump, the 100?
4 in the 4x4.
But what if Allison Felix won the 2 and the 4?
Right. She only won the 2. I think all the other ones were relays, I think.
So Anita wins her 3rd straight Olympic gold, which that is so freaking hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, to be that good for that long is not easy. And I think that's a huge moment because it's just, I remember, talking about the Polish country, right? You think about Majewski. When he won his 2nd straight in 2012, it was like, oh my gosh, he won 2 Olympics in a row. And then you add another Olympics to it. It's like, what? How is this possible? It's really unheard of to think about. It doesn't ever really happen. I mean, there's a lot. It happens here and there in Olympic weightlifting. It's just really difficult in a strength sport.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's hard to stay healthy for that long. It's hard to, hold off some crazy freak youth athlete that's coming up the ranks. It's just so challenging. So that's the number 2 spot. So what does everybody...
Could possibly be
what
the
could be the number 1? So taking us into the number 1 spot, I believe the number 1 spot should have the first throw in 20 plus years to go over 23 meters, not from a drug cheat. So that would be in Tucson. Breaking the world record in Eugene, and then also breaking the Olympic record and winning the Olympics all in one. So we've got Ryan Krauser coming in, completely changing. I think Ryan and Joe Kovacs and Tom, I think more so Ryan especially, but the 3 of them have totally changed the approach to technique, the approach to competing, the approach to the entire season. So I just think it's like one of those things where we are so fortunate to see, what he's doing here, what he's doing in training, what he's doing with his technique. And he didn't just beat this; he almost beat it by an entire foot.
Yeah.
So a huge accomplishment. Here comes Big T.
Big T.
Yeah.
With his throws you shirt inside out.
Yeah. So congrats to Ryan Krauser coming in at that #1 spot, breaking the world record, dominating every single event, going, what is this, the second or third year in a row?
And now, I know this is moments. We can't go into this territory, but he also didn't lose a meet all season.
Yeah, he didn't lose a meet in 2020, and he didn't lose a meet in 2021. He has off meets and throws 2260. Mm-hmm. So it's a great time to be a shot putter, to be a fan of throwing, and to see someone of Krauser's caliber just competing consistently and raising that bar. And that's why his world record is the #1 spot on our best moments, our top 10 moments in the world of throwing in 2021. So comment down below. Put in your comments.
Destroy our list, please.
Debate. Tell us where we went wrong. Tell us where we went right. Let us know where we sucked, and hopefully we see you on that next throw show. Until next time, guys, peace.